Hi guys, welcome to Psychic Astro. I'm so excited to be doing these videos moving forward. So these videos are going to be astrology based on channeled messages that I get from spirit. So please watch the videos based on your sun, moon, or rising sign, whatever resonates the best for you. Me personally, it's always been my rising sign. It's never been my sun, moon. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Maybe that'll help somebody out there. I've also noticed that for me, my rising sign and my natal chart, as well as my rising sign and my progress chart, also resonates with me. Sometimes more so my progress chart than my natal chart. So yeah, I hope that helps anybody out there. Maybe it's worth trying out. So basically what I'm going to be doing in these videos is I'm going to be channeling the transits of the month. I'm going to be going over the themes you guys can expect. I hope, you guys like these videos. I'm starting off, kind of this way with the paper and the pen because I'm new to this and I just need to figure out what works best for me through trial and error. I'm sure eventually I'm not going to be sticking to paper and pen, but this is what I feel comfortable with for right now. I also just want to put a disclaimer out there. As a psychic, as much as I love channeling messages from spirit, as much as I love channeling the cosmos, and although I trust my messages, I don't know, maybe it's my Virgo placement, maybe it's my Capricorn stellium. I want to tell you guys strongly that I believe you guys shouldn't just stick with psychic channeled messages only. You guys should definitely, watch or at least look into professional astrologers' predictions as well for monthly readings. At least that's just how I feel, and I do want to put that out there. To just be practical about these things and, not just strictly rely on psychic messages, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to it. Hi, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Scorpios. Welcome to your Psychic Astro reading. So what you guys are looking at here are going to be the energies that you guys are going to be going into December with. And then as we slowly go along each transit, I'm going to be adding the planets once we get to that specific date. So what I mean by this is, for example, on December 1st, Venus will still be in Libra. But then a few days later, I believe it's December 4th, at that point, Venus will then enter Scorpio. So once we get to that point in the video, I will then write in Venus, and then I'll take out Venus in Libra. I don't know about you guys, but I just learn better like doing it that way. I don't learn having all of it already there. I don't know. Hopefully that works for you guys because that works for me. So before we get to it, I just want to tell you guys the overall theme for this month, what you guys can expect. So I would call this, I trust the universe despite my fears. That's what I'm picking up for you guys in the month of December. So the themes you guys can be expecting is letting your past go so you can get to your future, not allowing what's happened in your past to shape your future, feeling like you can't see clearly, but that you can feel something clearly, and it doesn't match with what you see. So don't be fooled by how something may look. So just to be clear, something may not look the way it actually is what I was picking up on, and we'll get to that throughout the reading. But basically something may not look the way it really is. So something may be actually better and your intuition is telling you that, but you may get confused, you may get tripped up. What else? Don't let the unknown scare you. Being connected with the universe spiritually and fearful of the positive things it's telling you, but trusting. Being recognized or well-liked for your generosity, but almost feeling like it's a part of your obligation and just not fully enjoying it. Sexy yet conservative and being confident, leading. High sexual desires. All right, so those are the overall themes you guys can expect. Overall energy I was also picking up on was Six of Swords, and I didn't pull any cards, but this was just the energy I was picking up on. Six of Swords, Six of Wands, the Lovers, and High Priestess. So if you guys are into tarot, that's like the energy I was getting overall for the month of December. Okay, so let's get to the channeled messages. On December 1st, Mercury goes into your third house in Capricorn. So the energy I was picking up on here is I was seeing this book, and it's a big book, and I'm seeing two windows connected to this book. And there's this energy of being able to see something for as it is, or seeing through things, or learning easily at this time. And I'm seeing someone curious to watch a movie screen. So the vision changes. At first it's a big book, and then it changes into a big movie screen, and I'm seeing someone curious enough to watch the movie screen. So the overall energy is curious about learning and observing things at this time. So, and we already have Pluto here in your guys' third house in Capricorn. And when I think about the third house in general, this does talk about learning, right? This talks about your local community, neighbors. This is, you know, the school you guys grew up at, the school you went to, the school you were attending while growing up. So this could be something not big, you know. When I think of like a higher education, I think of college. That's the ninth house energy. So whatever it is that you guys are observing at this time and feeling like you can understand, I don't think it's anything big is what I was picking up on, despite it feeling somewhat big because it's a big book, right? So yeah, so then December 2nd, Mercury in Capricorn is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your fifth house, okay? There is this energy of enjoying structure, learning about structure, doing something that involves structure, stable-like things for fun. There's solitude, there's reading. For some, maybe this is religious studies, something to do with healing and spiritual practices. I was getting church vibes. So for some of you that are religious, maybe this is what it is, or maybe it's like spiritual things, or maybe it's tarot, maybe it's astrology. But this is what I'm picking up on, like actually doing something. So maybe this, going back to what I was channeling on December 1st, Mercury going into your guys' third house. Mercury is that energy of communicating, your thought process, how you guys speak. So when we think about the thought process, right, I feel like this is what I was channeling. Maybe there is something you guys are literally reading or watching, and it has to do with something you guys want to manifest or learn about, okay? And you feel like you understand it at this time. So let's see. And just to be clear here, in the fifth house, I wrote Neptune direct, but technically December 1st, Neptune is still going to be in retrograde. This is just my opinion. I do not feel like on December 1st, you guys are still going to be feeling Neptune retrograde energy. I just don't. I feel like you guys will be feeling that direct Neptune energy. So this is why I did not write retrograde. I'm keeping it the way it is because this is how I feel like channeled the energy. Hence, Mercury being in Capricorn December 1st and being able to learn easily, see things clearly, or at least this is how it feels. But if I were picking up on like Neptune in retrograde, or just something that just doesn't seem clear or unable or untangible, I feel like I would have channeled something differently. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. December 3rd, Venus in Libra is squaring Pluto in Capricorn. So we have Venus in Libra in your guys' 12th house, and it's squaring Pluto in Capricorn, your 3rd house. The energy I was getting was looking at everyone next to your, looking at everyone next to you. And again, I am getting this church energy. There's something with spirituality, some type of belief system, religion, something like this. And then I see a mother nurturing her baby. So I am getting this like Mother Mary energy. So another way of looking at this, if you guys aren't religious, is just unconditional love, which makes sense to me with Venus in Libra being in the 12th house. It is that higher octave love. What else? Then I see you guys holding hands with several different people. Then, and it feels like it's like you guys are in a circle. All right. And I definitely feel like it's just symbolism. I don't feel like this is really happening, but if you guys do, then, you know, hold it how it resonates. But I'm seeing you guys in a circle holding hands with several different people, and I see the circle turns to like half black, half white. So I'm feeling like the Chariot vibes, yin yang energy. And then I see a new scene where this imagery of you guys with friends is in the background. And it's giving me the 1111 energy, a spiritual connection energy to your higher self. But then you're by yourself and there's a different energy. So I'm picking up on a public life and a private life here. Something about feeling separated from your peers for some reason. And I feel like this makes sense because the 12th house natally, this speaks of isolation. And the 3rd house speaks of our local community. So, and we're talking about Venus in Libra squaring Pluto in Capricorn. And in the very beginning of this vision, I'm seeing you guys looking at everyone next to you. And you guys are in a church. And then I see a mother nurturing her baby. So there's something about possibly either like being with others but still feeling alone, or you guys may not be with others. Like you see other people with their soul tribe and you guys aren't. So there's something to this. I then see your heart in the dark woods trying to get under these murky trees that are broken up, but your heart's too big, so you try fitting under. So you may want more of your people. I'm picking up on the Chariot and Tarot, yin yang energy. You may feel needy, 5 of Pentacles, left out or not good enough, and this needs to be balanced. So just to be clear, just in case the vision wasn't like being described good enough, it's almost as if like you're entering these woods and these trees are broken, like these branches are broken and the tree has like fallen down, and you're trying to get through to the woods, like enter the woods, and in order to enter you have to go under the broken trees. And it's like there is this big heart, and this is supposed to be symbolic of you guys, and so the big heart goes under the trees, and it's just like trying, but it's like the trees are dirty and murky. And when I think of trees, I think of knowledge and wisdom and spirituality, and there's already something coming through with feeling whole and connected with other people. So when we feel this type of energy in general, like a neediness, it's usually coming through because of a lack of, and usually it stems from within ourselves, like a lack of love within ourselves. And I feel like that's why Mother Mary is coming through. And 5 of Pentacles and Tarot is like what I'm channeling, where you guys are worthy of this. So maybe people do want to hang out with you guys, but you don't feel worthy. Or maybe you guys are hanging out with certain people, but you don't feel worthy of their presence. Something like this is going on. Or it's like the people you are hanging out with, it's like you want more of it. I don't know, but there's definitely a left out energy and feeling not good enough, and this needs to be balanced is what I'm picking up on. Self-love is what I'm picking up on. Okay, so December 4th, Venus enters Scorpio. All right, so here we go. Here's the first one. So we're going to cross this off. So Venus enters Scorpio in your first house. Okay. I like this type of energy, but this is just me personally. So I see a path lit up and I see two people in front of you. The energy is slow with trusting the universe, that it's okay to trust another, possibly sexually. And then when I think of this logically, it does make sense because the first house is the body. And the ruler of the first house is Mars, Aries, and Mars is the original ruler of Scorpio. So, and on the same axis is the seventh house, another person, right? And we have Taurus here, and you guys have Uranus in retrograde, Jupiter in retrograde. And I said I'm picking up on slow energy, and this is what retrogrades do. There's some type of introspection going on about another person. On December 5th, Venus in Scorpio in your first house trines Saturn in Pisces in your fifth house. So I start channeling sexual desires. Your heart is connected to your higher self. So intuitive and feeling unconditional love on just loving people because you're intuitively understanding them. So I feel like going back to that higher octave love, this belongs to, I feel like this is a tricky one. I do want to say Venus and Libra, but also it's that Neptune and Pisces energy, that 12th house energy where it's hard to put into words, it's hard to describe because it doesn't quite make sense. Because it doesn't belong here, this energy on earth, when you don't really understand why you feel the way you do, which also speaks of Venus and Libra energy. This is why they usually fall in love so easily, because they just can't quite explain it, but they just have fallen in love with another person, you know, like I don't know, there's just something to this, and it's for a reason. So when I'm feeling this energy connected to the higher self, there's an intuitive and feeling of unconditional love for just loving people because you intuitively understand them. I feel like you guys are connecting to this other realm of higher knowledge, higher wisdom, where it's kind of like when we die at some point, and there's like this life review and you get to see what was really going on behind closed doors when you were confused by other people and you thought, you know, people that were bad, it turns out maybe they really weren't as bad as you thought they were, or maybe they really weren't bad. And then you get to see where the miscommunication really lied. And it just maybe blows your mind because you're like, oh my God, it was so obvious, or like, or I can't believe it really looked this way when it was really that way. I feel like this is that you guys are able to tap into that energy of seeing through people. So maybe somebody may act like an ass, but it's like, maybe you'll know that it's not personal. They really just had a bad day or maybe a bad life. And at this time during this transit, you guys won't take it personal. You'll still, maybe you guys will feel bad for them, or maybe you guys will just still be nice to them, something like that. You guys won't be angry about it. That's what I'm picking up on. I am picking up on that, you know, Mother Mary type of thing, or, you know, if you guys are religious, how you guys are loved no matter what type of thing. And obviously apply common sense there, but I'm just trying to explain what this energy is if you guys aren't getting it. And then I feel like the sexual desires is just something separate I'm picking up on, which also makes sense with this transit with, again, Venus and Scorpio. This is a sexual energy in general, and then it's in your guys' first house, and then it's trining with your fifth house, right? The fifth house talks about romance, and it's in Pisces, and it's in Saturn and Pisces. Okay, so December 6th, Neptune in Pisces, in your fifth house turns direct. Okay, so this is what I said before. I personally believe you guys will already be feeling this energy, but this is what I channeled. December 6th, Fog by your face and then a rose by your ear. I'm picking up on a romantic offer or hearing something. Oh gosh, I can't understand my handwriting. I think I wrote something sweet from someone you were unclear, but not unclear about. I say that because there was so much light, clarity, and truth. Right. Okay. So what I believe I feel like I'm channeling is something that may have happened during Neptune, while Neptune was in retrograde. So fog by your face and then a rose by your ear, a romantic offer or hearing something sweet from someone you were unclear, but not unclear about. So I'm picking up on this as an energy from someone from the past, I feel like, and it was something that was unclear about. So when I pick up on that energy, I feel like it's something that maybe you guys don't have proof or evidence on, but you just feel very strongly it's this, it's that. So yeah, that's what I'm picking up on, that maybe it'll just be more clear to you guys at this time by something that's said or done through action. Maybe you guys will actually get the proof when Neptune officially turns direct. December 7th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 3rd house is going to be trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your 7th house. So I am channeling wanting to learn different things fast, things that are clear yet unclear. I'm seeing a sticky note or like a post-it in between every few pages, and you're moving the pages fast, possibly learning about another, since this is the 3rd and 7th house axis, and the 7th house speaks about other people and the 3rd house speaks about learning. So I almost feel like, remember again in the very beginning of this reading, we're talking about you guys seeing something clearly, but I don't think it's something like you guys are learning and seeing something clearly, but I don't think it's anything that's hard to learn. So it's probably about another. So you're able to retain the information fast. Neptune fog is relatively clear is what I'm getting. You guys are able to observe and learn. And I feel like that's what Jupiter in retrograde energy does do. I think retrogrades get a bad rap, but Jupiter in retrograde, I feel like, slows things down to the point where it like really makes you understand things and about what things really do resonate with you. I don't know. It does this, I feel like, almost opposite effect where wisdom comes through more clearly when it's in retrograde. Let's see. December 9th, Venus in Scorpio in your 1st house is in opposition to Jupiter retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 7th house. So the energy I'm picking up on is being submerged, digging each other's brains. I'm seeing 2 people's heads together, good energy, and then I'm seeing someone with a pole for cleaning a pool, and they lift this big rock up, and either you or this person is under the rock, and the energy is already digging, and they want to do the same thing too. So it's almost as if like one of you already has been digging the other person's mind, and then now it's like the other person wants to catch up and starts digging the other person's mind as well. Does that make sense? So it's like, and I don't even think it's necessarily just the mind. I think it's the emotional realm to this is what I'm picking up on, because I'm channeling water energy, and that's Venus in Scorpio. So I feel like you and somebody else are trying to figure out how each other feels, but one of you has already been doing this. December 11th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 3rd house sextiles Venus in Scorpio in your 1st house. So the energy I'm picking up on is your higher self, intuition, the mind seeing something, a spiritual guru, the Hierophant, Judgment Day and Tarot. And by the way, again, I did not pull any tarot cards. This is just all the energy I'm picking up on. I'm seeing something changing in the mind on a spiritual level. And a spiritual lesson that might, sorry, I can't figure out my handwriting, never mind. But some type of spiritual lesson is what I'm getting. All right, so then on December 12th, the new moon enters Sagittarius in your guys' second house. Okay, so what did I channel for you guys with this one? So the energy here with the new moon in Sagittarius in your guys' second house, the energy was balancing two different energies. And you guys do something during this time. Some type of action occurs due to this new moon. Something new, obviously, right? So what I was seeing was opposition energy, Two of Pentacles energy, the Chariot energy. Again, didn't pull tarot, but this is what I'm seeing. And something about like a turtle swimming away. Like I'm getting this grounded Pisces journey type of energy. And I feel like even as odd as it sounds, it kind of does make sense, right? Because the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, but Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces energy, and original rulers still hold true today, right? So I feel like the balancing of two different energies is the yin and yang energy, that feminine, masculine energy within all of us. And there's something about needing to ground it. Like something happens during this time where you guys act a certain way to help yourself balance this energy. Putting effort into this, but not much. So I'm seeing also what happens with this energy. It's kind of odd, but I'm sure it connects with the other transits. You guys are speaking nicely is what I'm getting. Like putting effort into this, but not much. I'm getting this this sweet Disney princess type of vibe. I'm also getting this vibe of Dumbo with your ears. So for those of you who don't remember the character Dumbo, it's this baby elephant with big ears. So anyway, I'm also getting this vibe of Dumbo with your ears. Like you may hear things, but then your higher self will then re-communicate it to you guys, like what it really means. So it's almost as if like the energy is you guys may feel like you heard something a certain way, or you believe something to be a certain way, but then it's like your higher self either confirms it for you, or tells you, no, it's not this, it's that. And I'm thinking it's going to be the opposite to what you guys initially believe or think. Again, because it goes back to this opposition energy. And maybe because of that, maybe because of like, quote unquote, your intuition not being on point, it makes you realize something within you guys, that something's off. And this makes you guys want to balance and ground yourselves. So then on December 12th, we have Mercury going retrograde in your guys' third house. So it's going to go retrograde on December, what did I say? December 12th. So definitely double check these dates that I'm giving you guys. It may be off by a day or two, but this is the information I found. So it's either December 12th or the 13th. So Mercury goes retrograde in your guys' third house. So this is probably related to this energy that I'm picking up on, where you guys feel like you know something or heard something, take it whichever way, but then it turns out it's the opposite of what this is. So yeah, there's like getting some type of clarity from your higher self. So December 16th, Sun in Sagittarius in your guys' second house is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your fifth house. So what I was channeling was you guys seeing something very clearly, possibly obsessively, because I'm picking up on the devil in tarot, and that type of energy can either be like something we're fearful of, like our fears coming to the surface, or just like not necessarily coming to the surface, but just our fears getting the best of us or blocking us from manifesting, as well as just obsessive energy, right? I'm also picking up on the moon energy, intuition, and then something about being in your head about another person. So second house as the new moon in Sagittarius, and then it is squaring Neptune in Pisces in your fifth house. So being sad, but I'm picking up on 12th house energy here, which is your guys' Libra energy, but I feel like, I'm sorry, when I said that I was referring to Pisces energy. But I'm picking up on 12th house energy. So this may not be real, whatever you guys are in your head about. I see you sad and reflecting about someone regarding the 7th house. I'm also getting anger or self-sabotage. So yeah, I'm going to say this definitely relates back to the new moon in Sagittarius and then Mercury going retrograde. So this is funny. I was saying this in another psychic astro video, but it's funny how the universe works like that sometimes, right? So we have the new moon in Sagittarius, so something new is coming your way, something fresh, whether it's energy within or something manifesting in your reality, right? But then it's like the following day, Mercury goes into retrograde. So whatever this is, you guys are probably going to be rethinking like, wait, is this the way this is? Wait, did I make the right decision? You know, however this manifests or unfold in your life. And this is obviously probably connected to Dumbo with the ears, the big ears, and your higher self like recommunicating a message to you that you're misunderstanding. So there's definitely this back and forth energy, especially with the new moon squaring Neptune in your guys' fifth house. The fifth house speaks of fun, romance, childlike energy, because this natally belongs to Leo energy, right? It talks about being on stage. So I guess another way of looking at this, maybe there's like a new idea or something new unfolding within you guys, but then you feel blocked in some type of way, right? Because squares, the aspect in astrology, talks about kind of like withholding this from you, blocking it in your life, making you work harder to get it. But when you do get it, it's like because it took so much time and energy, you're going to be really good at it. You're going to be a master at it. That's what squares indicate. This is what Saturn energy does. It makes life difficult, but you know, it'll be worth it. So I'm definitely believing this new moon in Sagittarius, something you guys value, is connected with another person. And if it's not another person, it's just talking about this yin-yang energy within. December 18th, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your third house is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your seventh house. So I like this. Trines are blessings. Trines are easy energy. Sometimes it comes so easy to us we don't realize it's a blessing, and we, you know, we take advantage of it sometimes, or you know, we just don't realize it. It's kind of like people who are born into money. Not all of them realize like how hard life can be without that, without having such resources, right? But obviously that's not to say there isn't a lot of rich people that don't understand, because it's all about how you're raised, right? Anyway, so the energy I'm channeling here with Mercury retrograde trining Jupiter retrograde is I'm seeing a lot of light. I'm seeing buildings. There's one tall building with a turtle in it. Then it turns into you guys with another person in bed. The energy's good is what I was picking up on. Something slowly building up, something good with another. So I don't necessarily think this means sleeping with someone. The energy I'm getting is grounded intimacy. And when I see a turtle, I think of earth energy. I think of groundedness. I think of friendship. So, you know, it's not like we're talking about the 8th house here with, you know, sexual things. We're literally talking about your guys' local community, your 3rd house, possibly traveling or rethinking a situation. And then it's definitely about either somebody else or a partnership, something of this sort, because it's talking about your 7th house and Jupiter being in retrograde. I like this energy because it makes you, it's kind of like Mercury retrograde, but I feel like better. Like this isn't, you know, this could go either way, right? As we all know, Jupiter retrograde is nice, I think, because it makes you rethink things on a higher level. It slows things down to the point where, I don't know, you're just really deep into it, like in your mind. Jupiter isn't just, you know, luck and blessings. I mean, it can be, right? But it's also wisdom here, spiritual wisdom. So yeah. Then on December 20th, we have Venus in Scorpio in your guys' 1st house, opposition Uranus in retrograde in Taurus in your guys' 7th house. So the energy I'm picking up on here, again, it's funny how the universe works like that, right? Like you guys got something nice going on with somebody else, or at least it feels this way. And then all of a sudden, a few days later, you got Venus opposition Uranus. And, you know, this can manifest or unfold in different ways depending on you guys with free will, right? So the energy I'm channeling is Leo energy. I'm channeling confidence. I'm channeling being social with friends and this energy of looking up at the universe. There is this energy. I'm getting the 5th dimension energy. I'm also getting spiritual enlightenment. I'm getting pages. Oh, hold on. Pages in a book spreading, like getting thin, but the energy was good. Almost as if like maybe you guys don't need to overthink it or overdo it. I'm seeing 2 people energetically connected. I'm seeing patience. And there's this energy of, again, the turtle. But then I'm also getting, okay, so there was back and forth energy between the turtle and also like fire is what I was getting. So obviously I'm going to say that the turtle energy that I'm picking up on is going to be related to the 7th house. And I'm going to say this because we got Uranus and Jupiter in retrograde here. And when Uranus and Jupiter are in retrograde, there's something about slowing down and rethinking. Or like when Uranus is in retrograde, this talks about like if something, I'll just give you one example. If something suddenly happens, instead of acting erratically, right? How can you act well balanced in this type of environment? It's kind of like the Tower card, right? But how can you, I don't know, like, you know how there's 2 people falling out of that building in the imagery of the traditional tarot card? Like, how can you fall gracefully? Almost, I feel like, is what Uranus in retrograde asks us to do. So with Venus opposition Uranus, this is definitely, I'm going to say it, even though Scorpio energy is water energy, I'm going to say because you guys have Scorpio in your 1st house, and the 1st house belongs natally to Aries. This is fire energy. I'm going to say this is the fire energy. There's something about wanting to go fast, but slowing down. There's this constant push and pull energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, just looking at it, Venus and Scorpio in your guys' 1st house, this is definitely that passionate energy and wanting probably to, I'm going to say it again, it's connected to another person or just something you guys want to create with somebody. There's something going on here. but like telling your mind to slow down and actually acting on that. But there's definitely some type of spiritual connection is what I'm getting. Okay. Then on December 21st, Sun enters Capricorn in your guys' third house. Okay. So the Sun is now in Capricorn and it's in your guys' third house. The energy I'm channeling is being grounded in the way you guys speak, having good boundaries, maybe not such deep scorpionic conversations, more earthly-like conversations that are, like I said, grounded, but not necessarily intuitive or mystic or watery. But you guys are naturally intuitive. So this energy may be that you guys are not communicating about the things you feel. Maybe this is not discussing your feelings or not being as open, or maybe not being as emotional, just not as watery. So like, for example, there's this, what is it, a meme or a GIF? I don't know. It's like this little video on social media where this woman is like, she's just finishing up doing the laundry and she's got the clothes in the laundry bin. And then all of a sudden the phone rings and she's like, is it him? Is it him? Like thinking about like this guy she's dating. And she like drops the laundry bag and she goes for it, you know, like maybe you guys will be feeling that type of energy internally, but you won't be bringing that to the surface. You won't be communicating in that type of way at all, is what I'm getting. So on that same day, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your guys' third house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your fifth house. So sextiling is that energy of, I still consider it easy flowing energy, but you have to put in some type of work. Like it's not going to be a trine where this just comes naturally, where it is a given, it is a blessing. You have to do something, but I feel like whatever the something is, it's not much effort. It's kind of like the Leos, like when they wink and they smile and it's like, you can't help but fall in love. So it comes easily, but they still had a wink and they still had a smile, right? That's my point. And so there's something going on here where these energies connect. So the energy I'm channeling is something about, oh, that's kind of funny, the example I gave before. So I channeled waiting on a call, waiting on someone, because I'm seeing you guys look at, oh boy, hold on. What did I write? I'm seeing you guys look at look at an hourglass. Oof. I'm seeing you guys look at an hourglass and then a phone, and then I see your mind looking at a person, and I'm picking up on romance. So, and I feel like this makes sense what I channeled, right? Because with Mercury retrogrades, things slow down. It's a time to slow down. It's a time to rethink. And then Saturn being in Pisces in the fifth house, this is talking about being like having boundaries, having standards when it comes to romance, not just quote unquote going with the flow. I want to say it's like, no, we can go with the flow, but like, what time are we going? You know, like I want to be ready, and you know, like just being it's like when you're playing games as a child, like I remember my whole the block I used to live on, we used to play games, right? Well, somebody has to be like the quote unquote leader, or somebody's like counting how many times you were tagged in the game of tag. Sorry, I forgot what it was called for a second. So somebody is keeping track, and that person, I'm sure, isn't naturally having as much fun as everybody else who's carefree. I mean, it depends what's going on in their chart. They may be. But yeah, so there's something about this, about taking things slow. Let's see, December 21st. So the same day, Mercury in retrograde in Capricorn in your third house is conjuncting the Sun in Capricorn in your third house. So the energy I was getting was picking up on anger with others. Like I'm getting this angry energy, and I feel like it connects with everything we just talked about with the sun going into Capricorn, being grounded, not talking about emotions, not talking about intuition. And then all of a sudden Mercury in retrograde is sextiling Saturn, right? And there's something about things slowing down, but you're waiting on something, you're waiting on someone. So it's like there is that balance energy that I'm picking up on of just trying to be kind of like this turtle, earthly, grounded, but then feeling this fire, this passion, and wanting to like move on something. So December 23rd, Mercury in retrograde goes into Sagittarius in your second house, okay? So Mercury in retrograde is now in Sagittarius in your guys' second house. So the energy I'm channeling here is, so I was seeing, I hope I pronounce this right, Hamsa, which talks about like, it's that hand, and that talks about like protection. So I'm picking up on this energy of, excuse me, sorry, of reminding yourself of who you are and being protected. I was picking up on this energy of building of something, building up within, and yeah, no, just protection. I'm sorry, I'm like reading into it. So I feel like things are going slow and not fast for a reason. It's like your spirit guides are protecting you guys. December 24th, Sun in Capricorn in your guys' third house is sextiling Saturn in Pisces in your fifth house. So let's see, it's the Sun and Saturn that are talking to each other. Okay. And they're getting along, right? So the energy is, I'm seeing a window and a footprint and an astronaut with so much light, and an emperor making a call, but acting Capricorn. Like there's this energy of observing the astronaut. So listen, I don't create these visions, okay? So the energy, I feel like looking into this is, there is whatever was taking a while, whatever was slowing down for you guys that you guys were waiting on, it's like it finally happens. But there again is this grounding earthly energy. There's no emotions, you know, but maybe it's something where some emotions should be showing is almost what I'm picking up on. But maybe it's not, because maybe it's some type of spiritual lesson, right? There's something about being protected. So I just want to repeat that again. So there's this window. Okay, so I feel like the window is being able to see something is illuminated for you guys. While at the same time, some type of action is happening. This is connected to your fifth house, so it's Saturn. A footprint, an astronaut with so much light. So something is, that's funny, odd about this energy that happens around this time. Something is a little, I guess just, oh wait, there's more notes. I'm sorry. Communication from another, specifically a male, that may feel very restrictive, or like this person, composes themselves. You may feel happy around this person, but at the same time act or feel like an odd astronaut. Okay. So I feel like, I'm sorry, I don't know why I keep doing that. When you think of an astronaut, right, like just like what they're wearing, that is for protection, right? So, but also I feel like when we think of an astronaut, like, I don't know, this could just be like my childlike mind, but like, oh, they're out of this world, literally, right? Like they're not here on Earth anymore. They're visiting another planet. So there's something, maybe you guys are used to being expressive about emotions. And this is like out of your comfort zone, acting grounded or earthly. So there's something, feeling like an oddball in some type of way. So then December 26th, that same day, Venus in Scorpio in your guys' first house is trining Neptune in Pisces in your guys' fifth house. Okay, so this is a nice energy. I see you guys kissing another person. I do not believe it's a daydream. I believe it's really happening because it's showing up in astrology through your first house, the body, and the fifth house, romance. It's dreamlike, it's deep, and it's sweet. So there we go. Okay, there we go. So it's almost as if like this odd energy and this pissed off energy, it's like because maybe you guys know or feel deep down this is what it really is, but nobody's acting this way. Okay. And then finally, like, it comes together. So, you can see something on your own very clear about where a relationship with another will go and how the dynamic will be. Oh my God, I'm seeing E.T., which is that alien from that movie in the 80s, just in case you guys don't know. I'm seeing E.T. with this person. I think this is because you guys have Uranus in your seventh house in retrograde. And so the people you guys are attracting during this time, they're probably different than what you're used to, right? Or they literally can be different. They could be like Uranian, Aquarius, like quirky. Yeah. So then December 26th, Chiron then goes direct in your guys' sixth house in Aries. This happens on December 26th. All right. I'm seeing you guys being, oh God, I don't know what I wrote. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm seeing you guys being healed by another physically, possibly through love and new beginnings. So the sixth house, funny enough, this does talk about the body, our health, due to how we take care of ourselves and our body due to our routines. So you guys may feel inspired by this other person, or, you know, like the beginning stages of a relationship. You know how like I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know, I'm always taking more of initiative. I'm more of a go-getter. I'm just more on my A game in a relationship, I feel like, especially at the beginning. So I feel like this is what you guys are going to be feeling. Let's see, December 26th. Okay, a lot going on that day. Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius in your guys' second house is then squaring Neptune in Pisces in your fifth house. I'm seeing you guys as a Nine of Pentacles energy, abundant, but you may not see yourself as this. So maybe spiritually you guys are this Nine of Pentacles energy, but not materially is what I was getting. Wait, why am I feel like I'm saying that weird. Not materially? Oh my God. Anyway, sorry guys. Not, but not like on the material plane is what I'm picking up on. So there's also something about being sad about losing your freedom. So I feel like you guys either enter a relationship or you're starting the beginning stages to one, and you feel like your freedom in some type of way will be taken from you. But I don't, so I don't know if that's true though. Like this energy you guys may be feeling, wow, about freedom. Like this being taken away from you. I mean, I guess that's natural to feel that way depending on what placements you guys got going on in your chart. But I'm saying this because Mercury is still in retrograde. This is like when our thoughts may not 100% be clear or straight, but they may feel very clear or straight, right? Like one way of looking at a Mercury retrograde is you could be drunk but feel sober. Another way of looking at a Mercury retrograde is actually rethinking something and like understanding something because you went back to it and thought about it some more. So really this could be, I guess, one of two things. you guys are realizing your freedom changes in some type of way, or you just believe it to be this way. And the reason I'm saying this is not only because Mercury's in retrograde, but it's in Sagittarius nonetheless. Sagittarius, okay? Like, if there was any other type of energy in this chart that speaks of being freedom oriented, I don't know about it. I mean, actually, no, that's not true. It would be Aquarius. It would be Aquarius. Yeah. Sagittarius and Aquarius. Those are the two energies I think of where it's like, don't try to take away their freedom in any type of way, because then they'll leave, you know, like, and I feel like this is what's happening here. Mercury retrograde is squaring Neptune. Neptune is direct in your guys' fifth house, but the things you guys value, whether it's, you know, your guys' wallet, right? Because something with Nine of Pentacles is coming through where you guys may feel this on a spiritual level, but maybe not so much in your actual reality. But you guys may truly value your freedom. I mean, or it could just be traveling. It could just be philosophy. It could be a number of things. It could be a higher education system, whatever. But it's coming through as freedom. And squares indicate, you know, a karmic lesson, blocking something, holding something back so you can work harder for it. I just wonder if that's what's truly going on, or you guys are just creating these thoughts in your head because it's in Sagittarius. So it may feel held down, but is it really held down? Something to think about there. Excuse me. December 27th, Sun in Capricorn in your guys' third house is trining Jupiter in retrograde in your guys' seventh house in Taurus. So there's this energy of seeing how to get where you want to go effortlessly. I'm seeing light. I'm seeing pillars. I'm seeing a mountain. So work is involved here, but it's easy work is what I'm getting. And I feel like this makes sense because it's a trine. Again, trine is easy energy. And when I see pillars, I think of education, I think of a library. And when I see so much light, it means something is coming like to fruition. Like you're literally seeing something or understanding something clearly. And again, it goes back to Jupiter being in retrograde. You're able to slow down the mind. Wow. You're able to slow down the mind and understand something much more easily than you normally would. Also picking up this energy with another person and understanding the dynamic. Again, this makes sense because this is talking about your seventh house and the sun, seeing things, illuminating things, is in the third house. So this could be speaking about learning about another or just learning in general. But I almost want to say, even though the third house and the seventh house could be partnerships, there's something about work coming through, I feel like. So you guys are going to have to hold that where you see fit. Or maybe whatever this is with the other person, you guys will see will require work. All right, December 27th, Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius is in your second house, conjuncting Mars. So I'm going to move Mars over here just so you guys visually see it, because a conjunct is close enough where it's basically sitting right next to the other planet. So we have Mars and Mercury retrograde conjunct in your second house, in Sagittarius. So how am I seeing this? I'm seeing this as positive and negative energy. I'm seeing positive thoughts with spirituality and wanting to do good, but also having mental conflicts because your mind is slow to catch up with understanding peace. So that's interesting. Mars can be looked at as the god of war. And when it's in Sagittarius energy, another fire sign, I feel like this could be that energy of wanting to act. It's a passionate energy. It can also be very egotistical, or very confident. It really depends. So, but with Mercury being in retrograde in Sagittarius, it's almost giving me the Jupiter in retrograde energy in a sense, because it's in Sagittarius, which can speak of spirituality and philosophy and just trying to understand something. And the fact that it's in your guys' second house, the things you guys value. I almost wonder if it's coming back to that whole freedom thing, something clashing for you guys, or feeling like it's clashing, but trying to talk yourselves out of it. Again, going back to the balancing energy. Okay, December 28th, Mars in Sagittarius in your guys' second house, squaring Neptune in Pisces in your fifth house. Again, squaring is a difficult energy. All right, it's not an easy energy. So I'm channeling trying to move forward while still looking back based off of past experiences that are going on in your head. So basically I'm seeing you guys like think of past memories. I see a bridge. So anytime I see a bridge, I think of Libra energy, and you guys have this in your 12th house, but natally this belongs to the 7th house. So I see a bridge. So this has to talk about possibly like, not possibly, it is like this spiritual energy or an intuitive hit from spirit. That's what I'm talking about the bridge. It's like you guys are getting downloads, and it's connecting downloads from the sky, connecting to you guys on earth, almost like the star card in tarot. The stars are downloads, intuitive hits from spirit. Trying to see clearly and change the way you see things based off of past experiences in order to move forward. So yeah, Mars can also be looked at as action, right? So there's something here you guys want to move forward with, but there's something about like, again, I feel like it's your mind playing tricks on you despite Neptune being direct, and we just have Mars being in your second house. I feel like because Jupiter rules Sagittarius and it's in retrograde, it's in your 7th house, there's just a lot of possibly overthinking going on with this square in Neptune and Pisces. Let's see what else. What else do we have going on for you guys? Okay. Oh, wait. I see things based off of, hold on. Earthly, trying to see clearly and change the way they see things based off of past experiences in order to move forward. I then see the ocean, a huge shark. The shark turns into a turtle and then a dog. So I feel like this is you guys and this other person's energy. Like giving up on the feeling of the unknown could be dangerous. But this is a loyal friend, or this is just something that seems grounded and loyal. So anytime I see sharks, it's always a message of watch your back. You're dealing with enemies. You're dealing with basically just bad people, okay? But the way I was seeing this was like this deep ocean, like we're under the water, and I'm seeing this huge shark, and then it's turning into a turtle, and then it turns into a dog. So with dogs, I think of loyalty and also like being spiritually protected. So, and again, with turtle energy, there's a friend energy here, there's earthly energy. So this shark could literally be you guys being your own worst enemy and like seeing it and realizing it, or this could be about another. And that's what I'm thinking about. It's you and another person. Going back to that overthinking energy. So December 28th, Venus in Scorpio in your guys' first house is sextiling Pluto in Capricorn in your guys' third house. So the energy here is making something happier with another. Making something happier with another off believing and trusting in the unknown and physically manifesting something nice you see despite the uncertainty of the future due to your past history. You won't be listening or allowing past wounds to guide you, only your intuition. And this tells you you're safe despite the unknown. Or this could just feel extremely grounding, okay? So Venus is sextiling Pluto. So when I think of Pluto and Capricorn in the third house, there could be a transformation, a change based off of something you guys learned at some point in your life. And now it's slowly changing. And this is where you guys come into your power. And the fact that it's Venus, this talks about love. This is how I'm channeling it. December 29th, Venus in Scorpio in your guys' first house leaves and goes into Sagittarius, your second house. So Venus is now in Sagittarius in your guys' second house, and this is on December 29th. So the energy I'm channeling here is, oh, I read that backwards. I'm so sorry, guys. It still applies, though. That whole energy with the ocean and the shark and the turning into the turtle and the dog, this is that transit. This is that transit when Venus enters Sagittarius in your second house on December 29th, okay? So just to be clear, I was reading that energy before. I was confusing it for the Sun in Capricorn in the third house, trining Jupiter in retrograde in Taurus in your seventh house 2 days before. And that energy speaks of seeing how to get where you want to go effortlessly. I'm seeing a lot of light, pillars, and a mountain. So work is required, but not much work. I'm also picking up on another person and understanding the dynamic. That's where that transit should have just ended. Sorry. So Venus entering Sagittarius is this energy of, I see you kissing someone and I see the cosmos in the background. So the energy is the unknown, but trusting in what you feel. The universe is telling you guys. I then see the ocean, a huge shark turning into a turtle, into a dog. And I feel like this is both of your energies. Giving up on the feeling of the unknown could be dangerous, and that this is a loyal friend or just something that seems worth putting work into is what I want to say based off that transit I just read to you guys. So December 30th, Jupiter goes direct. Okay. So I see you guys with another person and possibly being intimate. If not intimate, then I believe you guys enter the beginning of a relationship, and there's something about this that makes you feel like your power has been taken away. So I believe it relates to freedom. Oh my God, again, it's talking, I'm just laughing at myself. Freedom being taken away. Is it because Venus is in Sagittarius? There is this energy of needing freedom. So yeah, there's something going on here during like the last week of December for you guys, where you guys feel that your freedom's being taken away. So yeah, so Venus is in Sagittarius, right? And it's in your guys' second house. And then Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, is in your guys' seventh house, and it's in Taurus, and it's direct. And the ruler of Taurus is Venus, right? And it's in your second house. What do you guys value? It could be your freedom, and you guys feel like or see that it's being taken away in some type of way. There's definitely something up with this. So yeah. Okay, what else? So that's it as far as the transits are concerned for December. But going into December, right, the beginning of the month for you guys will be going into December with the North Node being in Aries, the South Node being in Libra in your guys' 12th house. So I channeled these energies and some of these asteroids, so I just want to go over that really quick. So the North Node is in Aries in your guys' 6th house. The energy you'll be feeling with this is reflecting on how you speak, and does this match your heart? And something about your friends and your social group. Do they reflect what's in your heart? Do your people reflect you? So that's interesting with the North Node being in Aries here. So yeah, then we have the South Node in Libra in your guys' 12th house. So how I'm channeling this is sexual desires, tons of people trying to get in, and focused energy. I was also seeing what is it, the vase for the Aquariuses. You know how there's like a vase being poured I think into another vase. I don't know. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, so for some reason I'm getting, I am picking up on 11th house energy because there's tons of people trying to get in. I'm seeing the glyph for Aquarius, or the vase, I should say, and this focused energy, but I'm also seeing sexual desires. So there's this energy of you being focused on someone. You're focused on a negative aspect of you. Wait, I wrote that wrong. There's this energy of you being focused on someone, or you're focused on a negative aspect of you guys. Then I see you helping either another person who may be down, or it's you at this time, or you at certain times, through Aquarius 11th house energy. So this could be going out with friends, or just doing Aquarius-like things, or having Aquarius-like ideas. This is what I'm seeing. So I hope that made sense. Pluto and Capricorn in your guys' 3rd house, going off this known path into the unknown and being brave enough to do this. So the energy I was channeling was Little Red Riding Hood. And I was seeing this telescope, and then I'm seeing the Hermit from Tarot. And there's just this energy of a young girl's journey going into womanhood. That's the best way I can describe what I was picking up on with this energy. And I feel like this transit makes sense with Pluto in the 3rd house in your guys's, let me say that again. This transit makes sense for you guys with Pluto in Capricorn in your 3rd house, because once Pluto leaves and enters your guys' 4th house, there's going to be something that is transformed, changed forever, based off Pluto being there for like the last 20 years. So there's something to that. Yeah. So what about Mars being in Sagittarius? Because this energy will be here throughout the whole month of December in your 2nd house. So the energy I'm getting is 5 of Wands. I'm getting conflicts, feeling like there's snakes watching you, or the things like watching what you guys say, something like that. So maybe it's people wanting to fight you based off of the things you guys believe in or value. It could be something like that. 5 of Wands can either be inner conflict, or like a conflict really in your reality. So yeah, you guys decide. Lilith is in Virgo in your guys' 11th house. The energy I was channeling for this was being focused with helping out others that need it. But I'm also getting this energy of you guys being the Maleficent. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Which is it's supposed to be like a dark fairy, right? But I was getting the fallen angel archetype, helping others to feel better. I think the darkness, you guys, so hold on, I said that weird. Despite getting this dark energy, I am seeing this nice energy, this good energy, because you guys are helping others to feel better. But I think the darkness I'm picking up on is you guys may not want to help, but you feel like you have to, or or you do want to help, but you also don't want to help. There's just this conflicting energy. And this is the 11th house. So you guys may feel like you'll get hurt if you hurt others. But at the same time, it's in Virgo energy. So you may feel the call to be of service. So with Lilith, when she's in the 11th house, there is this energy of getting hurt from groups of people, feeling like being angry in some type of way. So I feel like this is why I'm picking up on like that dark energy, but still being of service, because it's in Virgo. Virgo energy is of service, and 11th house energy is groups of people, social networking. It's Aquarius energy, trying to help humanity out, right? Then we also have Juno here. Juno is in Virgo in your 11th house. 11th house also speaks of dreams and desires. So the energy I'm picking up here is Sharon Stone from that one scene. Do you guys remember it? I forgot the movie. It's like from the 90s where she visits a lawyer or something like that, and she's like in this sexy white outfit, and then she's sitting, and then her legs are crossed, and then she uncrosses her legs, and then she's not wearing any panties. Anyway, for some reason that's coming through. Actually, I feel like it's not so much a shock, because again, it's Virgo energy. Virgo energy can be very sexual energy. So I'm getting this, what was I seeing? That's weird. So I'm seeing the cat from Alice in Wonderland. So I am getting this spiritual guide. I'm also seeing Santa. So I feel like somebody who gives gifts, right? I'm getting this energy of dirty sex in the best way, worst way. I don't know. I'm definitely picking up on that daydream energy, like Neptune and Pisces in the 5th house. So you guys may want to talk about this with another. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. Let's see. Oh, I didn't finish that. I'm so sorry. With the Mars and Sagittarius energy, remember how I was saying it's 5 of Wands, energy, conflicts, feeling like there's snakes, watching what you say, but wanting to say some shit is what I'm picking up on. So I feel like this energy may be like Mars and Pisces energy. Feelings, are they real? This is what I wrote. I'm seeing clouds in the dark. I'm seeing a loyal dog. I'm getting Canis Major, which is a constellation in the sky. And it's this, it's basically, if I'm not mistaken, a dog that's trapped in an endless race with the unbeatable fox. I'm then seeing this large dinosaur, the one with the long neck. I don't know. This is what I'm seeing, okay? So I feel like the inner conflict, the conflict I'm seeing, it could be an inner conflict after all. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? Pallas Athena being in Scorpio in your guys' 1st house. Saying yes to the unknown, but not sure what to say or do, an unclear strategy, an idea from the universe being given to you, I'm also channeling 5 of Pentacles. You are worthy, being intuitively guided by mom to get where you want to go. What did I read? I'm not too sure with that one, what I wrote after that. But yeah, so there may be this energy of feeling like you're not worthy at times, but it's like the universe that encourages you guys to feel worthy is how I'm channeling it. In the beginning of December, Venus will be in Libra up until December 4th, right? So the energy I was channeling was spirit guides talking to you and I see your Kundalini awakening, your throat chakra, and a new moon. A lot of sexual energy is what I was getting. So this is your 12th house, right? And Venus being here. So this speaks of that higher octave love, like unconditional love, for people, for humanity, for just understanding people even when you truly don't. Understanding that we're all one no matter what, and true forgiveness. That's the energy I think of when I see Venus and Libra, especially in the 12th house. So this energy, I feel like you'll be definitely sexual energy I'm picking up on with Lilith and Virgo in the 11th house, but also Venus and Libra in your 12th house. Definitely, I feel like sexual ideas or just sex is on your guys' mind. Then we have Ceres in Sagittarius. So I see you guys see a path to your dreams or just something you guys want. And instead of going down that path, you make a new path to get the same dreams. And I see people following. I'm getting an innovator, a leader, somebody different. That's what I'm seeing. And I feel like this makes sense because it's in Sagittarius energy and it's in the 2nd house. When I think of Sagittarius energy, I do think of being an initiator, being a leader, being different. Let's see what else. Anything else? I think that's it. Wow. Okay. Is there anything else I want to add? We did the South Node, Palace, Venus. Sorry, I just want to make sure. Okay, so just a few more things I did forget. So Saturn and Pisces being in your 5th house, the energy you guys will be feeling with this walking into December, working towards something you guys love, the building of something, trying to be smart about it and possibly spiritual. And then Neptune technically will be in retrograde up until December 6th. Then it goes direct. I just feel like you guys will be feeling the direct energy going into December. That's just my personal opinion, but technically December 6th, it goes direct. So how will you guys be feeling this energy? Your higher self is trying to guide you guys and get you guys to see something is how I'm picking up on it. Something that will make you guys happy. And then Vesta being in retrograde in Cancer, this energy, I feel like what I was picking up on was you guys not wanting to leave the house or having trouble. Yeah, like having trouble leaving the house or just having trouble moving, maybe physically. Maybe this is physical energy, but I felt like I was getting the Strength card in tarot, but like in reverse, like you guys like literally don't want to do things. Maybe you guys don't want to travel. Maybe you guys don't want to learn. Like you just don't have the strength, the willpower is what I'm picking up on. And then Vesta goes retrograde into Gemini in your guys' 8th house. Okay. Forgot about that. On December 20th. Sorry. And how I'm channeling this, and this makes sense to me, because it's in your 8th house, is the Lovers, but I'm kind of getting an internal energy. Like I almost wonder, is it the Lovers in reverse? Just because I feel like this is the energy of trying to see things clearly or balance out your energy or see somebody else clearly, I feel like is how it's coming through. And another one I wanted to talk about, I'm sorry about this, December 26th, the full moon will be in Cancer in your guys' 9th house. So you guys will have a full moon in the 9th house on December 26th. So how did I channel this? Again, it's very similar to that Vesta energy. There's something about being a little lazy. I'm seeing you guys in bed reflecting. So with full moons usually they illuminate things for us, right? And I'm seeing this in your guys' 9th house. So when I think of the 9th house, I think of traveling, like going to places that are probably further than I don't know, maybe I'm just going to give you an idea, an hour away from where you live. It's not necessarily like leaving the country. Like it's not always just that, just to be clear with you guys. So, and it's in Cancer. It's in your guys's, this natally belongs to the 4th house. So, and you guys have Pluto here, and then you guys have the sun, at this time, December 26th, right? And you guys have Mercury in retrograde in Sagittarius. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing this up, because even though it's the 9th and the 3rd house, 9th and 3rd house axis, that talk about traveling, Mercury in retrograde talks about traveling as well, but it's in your guys' 2nd house, and it's in Sagittarius, and natally Sagittarius belongs to the 9th house. So I think just something slowing down for you guys at this time, where you guys just may not feel this full energy of like, yeah, let's go do this, let's go do that. And I feel like that also makes sense because it's December, right? It's, I mean, I don't know where you guys live, but it's colder. And yeah, that's what I'm picking up on. So is there anything else I want to add in? Okay, now the last ones I want to talk about. Uranus in retrograde in your guys' 7th house in Taurus. How will you guys be feeling this energy? I'm getting the Chariot energy. I'm seeing a black horse. I'm seeing a white horse. And there's this energy of them, like, I'm seeing them like gallop together and then they separate. And then they gallop back together and they separate. So again, this is talking about like definitely movement here with another person, 7th house energy for sure. But it's also talking about this balancing act within your guys' self with this yin yang energy where you guys like are on top of your game and then you may lose it. You're on top of your game and then you may lose it. And when I say that, I mean just your energy is well balanced, okay? And Jupiter being in retrograde for a majority of the month, right? I mean, it goes direct December 30th. Jupiter in retrograde in your 7th house in Taurus, how you guys will be feeling this energy, it relates back to the Chariot energy, but it's slightly different. How I'm seeing it is you guys observing the Chariot energy. You guys are reflecting. You guys are seeing your own energy. You guys are seeing the black horse and the white horse within. And I'm seeing like the sun and illumination with this. So self-reflection is going on, and this is what I'm seeing about your guys' own energy and maybe another. All right, so that's what I got for you. Sun, Moon, Rising Scorpios for the month of December. All right.